Hello everybody, this is Toys R Us, and for this special figure showcase and review we're going to be looking at the 1985 Autobot Dinobot Snarl figure. So what we're going to do with this video, we're going to have a detailed look at him in both of his modes to help you decide how you want to display him. I'm going to show you all his accessories that come with him to help you know if yours is complete. Because he's a vintage figure, I'm going to point out things that you need to be aware of if you have to purchase him one for yourself. I'm also going to show you his other Generation 1 version, which is something completely different. And then we can also have a look at both of his Generation 2 releases, and I can show you the main differences between that. This one's really obvious, that and the Generation 1. And we can have a quick look at another version of him that's been released down the Generations toy line as well. So as you can see, quite a bit to get through with this video. So I'd like to remind anybody, if they've not subscribed to this channel, if they'd like to hit that subscribe button for me now, please, because it really will help me out. Right, so yes, mainly doing this video, been requested to, and of course in anticipation of the new Studio Series 86 version coming out. So it's a good opportunity to have a look at the original. Now, I was lucky enough as a child to have this figure, and it's still absolutely spectacular. Let's have a quick look at the accessories first and foremost. So we've got the red sword like so, and we've got his blaster, which again, carefully take out. Now, the biggest problem you'll find with Dinobots when purchasing them secondhand will be loose joints, and that's probably due to, in fact, no, probably due to, it's obviously down to just play wear. I don't know anybody who had these as kids and didn't constantly play with them. Right, so this is his rocket launcher. It is a very in fact, I don't even think there's a spring in it, to be honest. No, there's not. And then you would have got 3 of these on a little sprue as well. So black plastic missiles for Snarl. So let's have a look at him in robot mode. And yes, he's completely out of proportion. He's got very thin legs, but he just looks, and I suppose he displays, same as all the rest of the Dinobots, absolutely spectacular. So we've got the gold spines. They are chrome. You can see they're reflecting everywhere. This is the back of his head. This is also one of the most common things here. This hinge is broken off most of them. That is where you would separate the hand. In fact, has this one got a missing clip? I wouldn't be surprised. In fact, it has, yes. So what I can show you is, see, you've got this tab here, and then this would indeed hold, if I lift his leg up, and it would clip that into position. So that is one thing to be aware of. And indeed, unfortunately for myself, I didn't even realize that is missing that one. So this is very common, and obviously, as you can see, you can get away with it in robot mode. Also to be aware of, it can be, well, it is top heavy. This is all die cast, so you're looking for this not to be paint chipped and scratched. The head sculpt is lovely, if a bit small, and of course there is no articulation on it all. The back of the dinosaur's tail is indeed chrome again, and indeed the small legs in alternate mode are chromed as well. You can really see and get a sense of just, I suppose, how well, and what a shelf presence that these figures did in fact have. So the main things you're looking out for is paint chippings on the die cast, sticker condition, and of course chrome wear all around the figure. Let's have a quick look at the alternate mode, and this is where the chrome really starts to kick in. And indeed, I think it's one of the very few figures that actually perhaps has a better alternate mode than a robot mode. But here again is the beautiful chrome down there. If you're lucky enough to own a Diaclone or pre-Transformers one, these are rounded off compared to the original. I don't own one of them, but the original, these are much sharper. These again, I'm quite lucky with the stickers. There doesn't seem to be much paint chip in there, and I can show you on here exactly what I was referring to carefully with that clip. So you see how that clip does hold the footing like so, and the same on this side. The Autobot logo rub sign is there on the back, and it's working actually. I think we can just about make it out. Now the good thing about this is with his accessories, he came with such an abundance of them, and you can attach the rocket launcher as well if you wanted to one of his legs like so. I wonder if you can get the gun. I never tried this as a kid, I'm just thinking about it now. You actually can. There you go. perfect if you wanted to, obviously not so good. Right, before we have a quick look at some of the other versions, let's have a look at the original box that he came in. We've got the beautiful artwork there. Now this is where it gets a little bit interesting, because the transformation process on the top is what's using some of the test pieces. So I think that we've got the Diaclone. Yeah, there's the Diaclone spikes you can see on the back. They're much sharper, and then this of course is not the color that you see him at all. So he hasn't got the red hands and he hasn't got the red helmet. But otherwise, unfortunately, I've got no bubble with this either. You can see that the art on him is wrong. We've got the famous 1985 battle scene, which of course has the infamous red tracks, the introduction of the Dinobots, Shockwave and Jetfire. For those of you who want to have a quick look at the tech spec, there is the tech spec. If you want to know if yours is an original, you're looking for the copyright under here to come all the way up. I've known some KOs not to have that, but there's a little bit more of an in-depth guide of the KO on high-end TFs if you want to have a look at that. Right, let's just bring him back here in robot mode for a second. This is probably one of the strangest releases of him. This was in Generation 1. This is his Action Master version. He did come with a little partner, but I just wanted to show you Snarl. It is a huge step down from that. Now, this is where it may get a little bit confusing. The two versions that were released in Generation 2, it's really obvious how to tell them apart if you've got the red one. And of course, as I say, this is still die cast. This is plastic, and it's got a slight, as you can see, colour change with there. Right, now if you've got the Generation 2 one, what we're looking for is on the inside of the leg. If I can just maybe fold this out or show you, there will be a Autobot logo in yellow writing. Let's have a look. There it is. See there on the inside leg, and there's the Generation 2 Autobot logo and indeed the writing. That is how you can differentiate between a Generation 1 and a Generation 2 Snarl figure. Right, one more thing I think to quickly just do with this. Let's move these out of the way. We're going to have a quick look at the Generation Select version. I did have the original Power of the Primes ones, but I sold them on and I brought the Volcanicus gift set. And to be fair, I actually don't think these are as good. I'm sorry to whoever designed it as the originals. I do like the fact, obviously, that it combines. Even though none of the originals did, it looks like these have come off. Actually, I've just took this out of the box just to basically do a quick comparison. So if he's mistransformed, apologies for that. He's going to go straight back in his box in a second. But you can see where they've tried to emulate the original one. But I still think, as I say, this one is that bit better. Definitely for now. One final thing to do, and that is I'm just going to put him on display with a couple of his other original Generation 1 Dinobots. So I've just chose a couple to fit either side, ones that we're lucky enough to have the newer versions of already. We've got Sludge and we've got Grimlock, and as you can see, they all look brilliant together. If you want to see any more videos on the original vintage Dinobots, just type Dinobot into the search bar on this channel, and indeed you'll be able to see individual videos and group collection videos of these. In the meantime, I can't wait, let's be honest, for the original, sorry, for the new Studio Series 86 version of this guy. In the meantime, hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know in the comments, and of course, take care, guys.